Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Chayei. This is famously the Parsha of Shidduchim because Eliezer was sent by his master Avram to find a wife for the then bachelor Yitzchak, his son, and Hashem is very helpful for Eliezer, helps him get to where he's going very speedily, and also Eliezer makes a test and he says that, please Hashem, let it be that the person who is the right woman for my master, so when I ask her to tip her jug so that I will drink, she will say, oh yes, here I'll give you, and I will also pour for your camels. So as he was saying that, that's when she showed up. Rivka showed up to the well to draw water, and he saw her, and the water came up to her, and Vat Yorat Eved the cross, and the servant ran towards her. Why did he run? The Midrash says because he saw her good deeds, but also he saw that the pasuk says Vatamale kada vata'al. She filled up her kada, her pitcher, and it rose. And the Ramban Nachmanides is medayik. Here it doesn't mention the language that later says, which is of she'iva, lish'ov, vatishaev, eshav, that I will draw. Why? Because the first time she didn't do the actual drawing. It was a miracle that happened, that Hashem made it easy for her and the water came up to her. Eliezer saw this and he came over. So that's the plain pshat, is that he saw the water come up in that miracle. But the deeper thing is that he saw, as the Midrash Rabba says, her deeds. So why is it that why did it stop? That she had to draw it up again, draw it fully. Why didn't it come up for her subsequently? So there's a couple of different answers. One is that Hashem doesn't like to make miracles, and once this miracle got the attention of Eliezer, it was no longer needed for the future. Other answers, such as from the Kedushas Levi, Rabba Levi Yitzchak mi Barditchev, he says that a person, the mitzvah svichas kavana, at first she was drawing the water for herself, so she didn't have to have any special intent, and it would come by itself. But once she was doing it as a chesed for this person, then she had to have kavana, so she became this mitzvah. Also, because to her benefit, when she was doing it for herself, that's great that it came with that effort. But when you're doing a mitzvah, we say the fum sa'ara agra, the greater the effort, the greater the reward. So now she had to do physical on herself to draw for him as well as for all these camels, which is really a lot. And so therefore, this way she got the full merit. And we see, so, well, why is it that it wasn't enough that a miracle was happening? First, Eliezer got there quickly. God seemed to answer him right away. What was he waiting for? He was waiting for it to see, because a miracle is not enough. Someone who's a miracle worker, that's not what you want to marry. You want to marry someone who has good deeds, whether it's a man or a woman. And this woman, she was great, because not only did she fulfill what Eliezer asked, she asked it even more. She did it more wisely. See some of the old short vorts on Parshas Chayei. Maybe I'll put the playlist down below with a link. But she said, I'll give to you to drink. She let him drink. And then, instead of comparing him, saying, I'll give you and your animals to drink, that they're both the same thing, it makes no difference to her, she paused and then said, I will do the feeding for the animals, which was no easy feat because camels drink a lot. But yet it was always vataret and vatmaher. Everything she did very quickly. She loved to do mitzvah. She loved to do chesed. So it was this wisdom, as one as many other diyukim, things that we can be exacting from the pasuk, that show her wisdom and her character traits that merited, that showed that she was worthy to marry Yitzchak Avinu. May all those who are looking for shidduch be zocheh to find their shidduch b'mhera, may be easy, quickly, and obviously. And those who are already married, they should continue to have a successful and happy marriage, to be zocheh to build the bayis never be Yisrael. Please share this Divrei Torah, subscribe, whether on YouTube or on the Facebook group, The Short Vort, or you can contact me at devarman2@yahoo.com. So have a great Shabbos. Thank you for listening.